What's up guys, my name is Brendan and today I want to talk all about gainer hook, otherwise known as moon kick. The prerequisite skills that I want you guys to have are gainer and hook kick. The gainer that you have should be pretty high, but mostly it should be comfortable. If you're comfortable with the skill, you can variate it and play with it a little bit. But if you're not comfortable with your gainer, you should not be working gainer hook. Keep working your gainer, you'll get there. But take your time. Hook kick is super important because the hook kick that you have on ground is gonna look a lot like the hook kick you have when you gainer hook. So make sure it's to your satisfaction, whatever that is. I like to point my toes. You gotta do you. Now let me walk you guys through the gainer hook. The gainer hook and the gainer start the exact same way. However, we can get into that eagle position. The setup that I'm gonna use is a pivot step. So I'm gonna take 2 steps with my left leg, turn 180 degrees, and get into that eagle position. My arms and my swing leg, which for me is my right leg, will both be behind me. I'm gonna be swinging them into what my set is, which is the same set for your gainer. Here's a video on that if you don't feel comfortable with your gainer and want to work on it still, or you don't know what I mean when I say get into your set position. Now that you've set and left the ground, we're going to focus almost entirely on the hook portion of the skill. The first thing we're going to do is leave our legs where they are, but turn our chest and our hips. Doing that is going to allow us to get in to the proper hip positioning to throw a hook kick. Now what I mean by that is when you do a round kick, your right leg is in front, and when you do a hook kick, your left leg is in front. When we swing up for our gainer, our right leg is in front, so we're going to need to turn 180 degrees to our left. In doing that, we're going to get into the proper hook kick position. After the pivot, we're going to execute the hook kick portion of the skill. Now when I do my hook kick, what really helps me is to move my upper body and lower body in opposition. So as my left leg drags and does that hook kick from right to left, I try and move my upper body from left to right. Doing that keeps my upper body relatively still as that hook kick crosses the target. After your kick passes your target, all you need to worry about is landing the gainer hook. And the gainer hook lands just like the aerial on your right leg. You should feel a nice 1-2 step with your right and left legs coming out of the gainer hook. The gainer hook isn't that high of a skill, and it's not a very high impact skill, so you shouldn't feel a big shockwave as you land. It should feel nice and flowy. Now if you have a solid gainer, you shouldn't have too much trouble with gainer hook, but if you're struggling to get that hip pivot, which is what I struggled with, a good thing to work is step over hook, where you swing your right leg in front of you, almost imagining like you're doing a round kick, but then you jump, pivot, and throw that hook. Training step over hook feels analogous to gainer hook in the sense that you're doing that hip pivot in midair. It's a great way to practice that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Write me a comment down below if you have a question about gainer hook or if you want to suggest the next tutorial. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the patrons who are currently supporting me on Patreon. It means the world to me. If you guys want to learn about that and so much more, please check out howtomastertricking.com. But if not, that's totally fine. Use your time wisely and train hard. Have a lovely day.